We long for you, O Lord. These days between Thanksgiving and Christmas are ones that are rich in my memory. As a boy, I was a paper boy for many years, so from 4 to 6 each day, it was an afternoon paper, I was out delivering papers. I would tend to procrastinate, probably would do the route in an hour, but I usually took me 2 hours. I fooled around in different places. But this time of the year, I have special memories of it because it got dark sooner and it became, of course, cold. Invariably, about halfway through, the halfway route would take me within about a block of our house. By that time, my hands and my feet were freezing, and I was only halfway done. I would look down the block and see the house, my home, and it was lit up. And I would long to be there, knowing that I wasn't, and I had a ways to go. That kind of yearning and longing, I believe, is in the Scriptures today. Jeremiah is talking from a distant place. They are separate they're in another country, and he's longing for a secure Jerusalem. He wants to go back to his home. And we hear in Luke about those people who are in the midst of much trial. It was kind of a hard and difficult time in their lives, and they were longing for some sense of salvation, someone to lift up their lives out of the pit that they were in. It is a place that we probably know within us. Maybe what is it that is the darkness and the cold that we know in our lives? It's not just what we experience outside, but probably within us. Maybe it's a physical pain that we have. We would long for it to be taken away, that somehow we would be relieved from this ache. Or maybe it's a sense that we are stuck in a place where we don't want to be. We feel abandoned, or maybe rejected by those that we work with or live around. And we would desire really to move to a place of freedom from all of that. Maybe we have within ourselves some sense of loneliness. Even though we have people around us, we may not feel so understood. Maybe we find ourselves at times lost and even distant from those we love. The yearning is within. And I believe these days of Advent call us to mature in the yearning of our hearts. As I said, oftentimes as children we carry memories, maybe sights and sounds and smells even that come from these Advent days. And yet we mature in the longing that's happening. Because really, if we go a bit deeper, we know that we long for that place where there is peace. We long for the coming of Christ into our lives because somehow we trust and we believe that the light of Christ is stronger than all the things that we experience, the darkness. We have to believe that even though we wonder sometimes probably, is Jesus really more powerful than all the pains, the loneliness, the rejections of my life. And we trust that in these Advent days His light will increase. That's why we come to this season, is to allow the light of Christ to grow stronger as we approach Christmas. It leads us to truly a celebration of faith that begins today, the first Sunday of Advent, as we again touch the yearnings and the longings of our hearts. And it leads us to follow that simple candle that is just one now. That light will grow and expand. And we trust that through the practices and attentiveness to the Advent season, that the light of Christ